What's up, knife guys and girls of YouTube? Today we've got a cool little setup here. Two little budget Sod Buster type knives. The Imperial IMP22. These are around 8 to 10 bucks. And the Marbles MR579 in polished bone. These are around 8 to $10 as well. They're fantastic little left pocket work knives. Very inexpensive, totally usable, built decently. They're tough. I've put these things through the ringer, and I've had a lot of these, and they're always built pretty good. The fit and finish is reasonable, and they're tough as nails. This one here is in 7CR. You get pretty much exact performance that you get out of like Case True Sharp. You can't tell it apart. And the Marbles is in, I don't know what. I would assume 5 or 7CR as well. Its performance is basically the same. I will say this, and the True Sharp outcut this by a little bit, probably about 20%. That's why I think this is probably something like 5CR. What I like so much about this knife, it has a half stop. I love that half stop. It's fantastic. Sod Busters Junior should have them. They need the half stop, but in my opinion anyways. But anyways, the walk and talk on these for an $8 knife is not bad at all. They lock up pretty good. You know, the spring's not super hard, but it's also not super light. It's just like a Sod Buster Junior. They feel really nice in hand. You have that nice smooth bone. Feels really good. These here are a flat grind, not a hollow grind like the normal Sod Junior and this guy. It is a flat. Every one of them I've had comes pretty sharp out the box. Sharp enough for most people. They're usually a little rough out the box, just like a typical Sod Buster is. And after some play, playing with them, they break in and they get nice and smooth. For 10 bucks, 8 to 10 bucks, like, you cannot complain. This is a damn good little work knife for $10. The fit and finish on them is not the greatest, of course. You're going to have gaps. You're going to have some misalignment. That's just part of it. However, that's where the IMP22 shines. These things, they're always like this. They don't have no gaps. They're, the blade interface is dead in the center of the lock spring, or the hell, I can't think, the tension bar. Yeah, good little knives. I really wish they made these in, these right here, the 579s. I wish they made these in a large Sod Buster type model too, or size-wise. But they don't. They only make them in the Sod Junior size. Again, such good little work knives for hardly any money. They look classy. They feel nice in hand. They're unoffensive, so if you take this in the office, nobody's going to bitch at you. They're nice and smooth. They got that good solid defined half stop. And again, for $8 to $10, I don't even know how they can make these things and sell them. Like, I just don't get it. This is a nicer overall knife than the IMP22 is. But that doesn't take anything away from this, because these are very well built knives, considering you can get them for about $8. They're comfortable in hand. You got those nice rounded scales. They're comfortable. They're ready to do some cutting. When you get this guy, lay it back, because they come at about 22 degrees from the factory per side. Lay it back to like 17. It's going to slice so much nicer for you, and you'll get your money's worth out of it for sure. They do make a larger IMP22. You can get this in the full size, just the same exact size as the normal large sod buster. With this one here, they come at about 20 degrees from the factory. Again, lay it back to like 16, 17, and they'll slice nicely for you. They make great little box cutters. Now, as far as blade play is concerned, this one has a teeny bit. I have a couple of these. This is the only one I've ever had that has blade play. My other ones are rock solid. They have almost no side-to-side play. This one has a little bit. Now, with the IMP22, they're rock solid. I've never had one of these that has any play at all. Great knives for the money. Both of them come nice and sharp out the box, sharp enough for most people. You know, don't expect them to hold an edge for no super long time, but for the stuff that we use these knives for, these type of knives, you're not putting no huge demand on the edges on the steel anyways. It's not like you're, you know, cutting 4,000 linear feet of cardboard in a day with one of these. So, you know, them being 5CR, 7CR, whatever they are, you know, they get a day's worth of use out of, no problem. They come right back on a diamond strap very, very easily. Or if you, ceramic rod, couple swipes, and they're right back to popping hair. So the steel is plenty good enough for what you're going to be using one of these knives for anyways. If you have a Sod Junior in that true sharp stuff, or the carbon steel or the chrome vanadium, you know, these basically, or the IMP22 pretty much cuts right along with them, and the Marbles one, you know, 15-20% less. I would say about the difference between True Sharp and the Case chrome vanadium. About the difference between those two is about the difference between the Marbles and True Sharp. So it is noticeable, not very noticeable, but you will notice that you're having to touch it up a little bit more than you would, say, you know, the IMP22 or like a Case Sod Buster in True Sharp. I do believe that the Marbles knife, it's also ran a little softer. I can tell by the feel when sharpening it. None of the steels are ran very hard, but that one is run kind of soft. I'd say it's around, like, I don't know, I'll punch it one day, but I would assume 54, 55 HRC. As where, like, the Imperial right here and your case with True Sharp is run probably at around 57. That's where that you know, 15-20% increased edge retention comes in. I haven't had any problems with any of these knives having any corrosion issues, you know, being in a sweaty pocket on a hot day, you know, out on the homestead. I've never had any little specks of corrosion for them or anything like that. Their corrosion resistance is fine. Overall, just fantastic little knives for not much money. I love these guys right here so much because they really are pretty. That polished bone just looks so nice and classy with the brass. And, you know, you got that mirrored blade. It just looks so classy. And that half stop, I love it. The action is good. The walk and talk, I mean, is for an $8 knife is good. They're fun to set and play with. Yeah, I love them. I think I probably bought like somewhere between 6 and 10 of these over the past like 10 years probably. And these here, I bought a lot of. I remember getting these here for, I believe, $5.50 a piece at an Ace Hardware that's around here that used to carry Schrade. I believe I got these and the large ones for $5.50. That's crazy, because they're just built. I mean, I know they're dirt cheap and everything, but they're built pretty damn decently to cost that little bit of money. But you know, I bought a lot of them. They've all been good. I've never had one that disappointed me. And for the money, it really couldn't disappoint me in the first place. But they're all good. When you open that box and you play with it for a minute, and you think about, man, I spent $8 on that, you're gonna get a smile on your face, because you know you got a damn good deal. So anyways, go pick you some of these up. I guarantee you that you'll have a smile on your face. You'll enjoy them. They're way worth the money. You'll probably buy more, just like I have, and you can thank me later. Y'all have a good one.